Welcome back to Minecraft. Here are some tips for your next Minecraft fix in 2026. Minecraft now has 9 wolf variants, which is a higher number than my videos usually get likes. You'll find a different dog breed depending on what biome you are in. Bundles are a great early game way to be able to store more items in your inventory. You can store up to 64 items in a bundle, and you can mix and match these items. So literally anything can go in a bundle together, which allows you to organize your inventory and take up less slots. All you need to craft a bundle is a piece of string and a piece of leather. This is a crafter. It's like a crafting table but can automatically craft items for you. It also holds the crafting recipe inside. So as you can see, for example, this is a gold block. If you're in a normal crafting table, the items will just spill all over the ground. So if you power this by redstone, it will craft for you. And you can combine this with a redstone clock to be able to make it craft infinitely. The spear is a new tiered weapon, so you can make it from anything from wood all the way to netherite. It's the same crafting recipe as a shovel, however it's diagonal instead of straight up in your crafting table. Spears have 2 attack modes, the first of which is a jab attack. This is similar to a normal Minecraft melee attack, but does less damage. The second mode is a charge attack. Depending on how fast you go, you'll do more damage. You also have more reach with this than any other weapon when you're using a charge attack. So yeah, you can miss enemies from further away than before. If you place down a copper block with a carved pumpkin on top, this creates a copper golem. Copper golems sort items out of copper chests into normal regular chests, as long as the chest has at least one of that item in. You can use copper golems to make a super simple automatic item sorter without redstone. So unlike the old school system, you don't need an engineering degree to understand how to make these. Leaf litter spawns in forest biomes. It's a great fuel source for early game, but late game really just clogs up your precious inventory space. Shelves are a great way to display your items, but they're also good for building, as it's the closest thing we're ever going to get to vertical slabs. But it also has a cool redstone functionality. If you power a shelf by redstone and click on it, it will swap your hotbar with the items in the shelves. In soul sand valleys in the nether near the bone fossil structures, you can find these dried ghasts. You can also craft them using this crafting recipe or through bartering with piglins. In the overworld or end, place down your dried ghast and then waterlog it. So surround it by water and eventually this will grow into a ghastling. This is a ghastling. It takes about 20 minutes for a dried ghast to hatch into a ghastling, and then about another 20 minutes for it to grow up from a ghastling into a happy ghast. Although you can also feed it snowballs to be able to make this process quicker. You can then craft a harness. This can be any dye color in Minecraft. If you put the harness on the happy ghast, you can then get on top of the happy ghast and ride it. Simply move forward and look in the direction you want to go, and the happy ghast will move in that direction. If you hold out snowballs, your happy ghast will come back towards you if it's nearby, and they should never wander too far off from where you dismount them. You can connect boats with villagers or any other mob to your happy ghast. Up to 4 players can sit on a happy ghast, and you can stand on a happy ghast, which makes it great for building. It's basically portable scaffolding. This is a trial chamber, sort of like escape rooms in real life, but with more screaming and cheaper ticket prices. There's trial spawners. In survival mode, mobs spawn when you get near them. After completing a trial spawner, you can get different loot. One of these things may be a trial key, which you can use to activate a trial vault. The challenges you face will be different every time, with many different options. If you have the bad omen effect when you're in a trial chamber, it will turn any spawners into omnious trial spawners, which can give mobs effects and make them even stronger. There's also omnious keys and omnious trial vaults, which can give you even better rewards. You can click on copper bulbs with an axe to be able to make them brighter, so you don't need to place as many torches around trial chambers. Make sure you smash any decorated pots around the trial chambers, as this can have really rare and valuable loot. The good thing about trial vaults is that multiple players can open the same vault over and over again. Trial spawners also reset regularly. The Pale Garden looks just as calm as any other Minecraft biome, but as night falls, a mysterious creature spawns. This is called the creaking. If you look away, it will attack you, but when you look at it, it won't attack you. You can't do damage to it by simply attacking it. Instead, when you hit it, it will let off particles, and this leads you to the creaking heart. So you have to mine around the trees, and eventually you might find a creaking heart, which you can destroy and defeat the creaking. Or you can take it with Silk Touch and put it somewhere else in your Minecraft world to have creakings wherever you want them. It might not always be a good idea to defeat creakings though, as if you hit them, the particles can eventually turn into resin, which you can click on to harvest. So the more you hit the creakings, the more resin will spawn, and you can turn the resin into resin blocks, or use it as an armor trim. Pale oak wood also has a white wood set, so it has white wood planks and all of these other pale oak blocks that you'd imagine. Everything from any other wood type is in pale oak woods. This is just a few of the different things as an example. If you go to a pillager outpost and defeat the pillagers, instead of just getting the bad omen effect, you now get these omnious bottles, which will give you the bad omen effect and start villager raids or omnious trial chambers. Minecraft can be tough, and talking about tough, you can now craft tough bricks. The mace is a weapon that does more damage the further down you fall, so if you fall and hit something with a mace, you can instantly kill it. This works for literally anything. Players and netherite armor, the wither, wardens, or literally any mob you can imagine. You craft a mace out of heavy cores, which you can find in omnious vaults. The mace has 3 enchantments: Breach, which breaches armor, Density, which does more damage, and Windburst, which I don't think you can guess what it does. It creates a windburst near the attacked enemy, launching the player doing the attacking up, allowing them to chain hits. I bet that enchantment blew you away. The Breeze is a new mob found in trial chambers. It randomly presses buttons to activate redstone and dispensers, and drops Breeze rods, which you can turn into wind charges. Wind charges can be used for parkour, movement, PvP, or super easy player launches, which are even better when combined with elytras. Copper tools and armor exist now. This is an early game tier for before iron, so you'll only use it for about 10 seconds until you upgrade, but at least you'll look shiny for those 10 seconds. You no longer need slime balls to be able to craft leads. You can now just use string. Armadillos spawn in savanna biomes. You can get armadillo scoots and craft these into wolf armor. By the time you get enough, your 2-week Minecraft phase will probably be over, but they do look super cool and keep your dogs protected. After over a decade, zombie horses now spawn naturally in your Minecraft worlds. They'll spawn with a zombie on top holding an iron spear. I can't believe it, we got naturally spawning zombie horses before GTA 6. The Nautilus can be found in ocean biomes. You can tame a Nautilus using pufferfish and put a saddle on it to be able to ride it. When you're riding a Nautilus, you can simply move forward and look around to go the direction you want to. Nautiluses allow you to breathe underwater, so you can finally make an underwater base without having to worry about drowning. And you can get Nautilus armor. Horses can now cross water, and you can now turn diamond horse armor into netherite. The spear has a lunge enchantment. When you have a spear enchanted with lunge, if you use the jab attack, it will lunge you forwards. Copper bulbs toggle when they get a redstone signal. This means if you press a button, it will go on, and then when you press a button again, it will go off. This can be great for super simple T flip-flops. So as you can see right now, this piston is down, but if I press this button and turn on this copper bulb, as you can see, the piston gets put up and stays up until I then press the copper bulb once again. So press this button and the piston will go down. There's new potions. These come in splash potions, regular potions, lingering potions, and tipped arrows. When an entity has a wind charge potion created with a breeze rod, it will let off a wind burst when it dies. Oozing can spawn slimes when a mob is hit, crafted with a slime block. Infestation potions do the same for silverfish, and weaving potions spawn 1 to 2 cobwebs. You use a cobweb to be able to craft this potion, and a stone block to be able to craft the infestation potion. Lodestones used to require a netherite ingot to be crafted, leading to hardly anybody using them. So it's been changed now so you can craft them with iron ingots instead. Or find them in ruined portal chests. If you click on a lodestone with a regular compass, it will turn into a lodestone compass, and it will point to where your lodestone is, so you can easily find your base or whatever you want to locate easily. There's also a locator bar for multiplayer mode, which will show you where your friends are. Unfortunately though, I have no friends so can't show you this, but it appears just above your hotbar. This video doesn't even scratch the surface for tips if you're returning to Minecraft. But don't worry, click on the playlist on screen to learn stacks more of tips and tricks.